Hindi naman pala kayo na mera, kahit di pala naman kayo ginagawa niyo ng trabaho niyo. So it worked both ways kung naka-body worn camera. From now on, lahat ng raiding team, lahat ng field operatives.
Tama po, Your Honor.
Thank you.
We
Secretary Kiko Laurel, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, in order to hopefully solve this faster, anti-smuggling, the Department of Agriculture would like to request na mabigyan kami ng enforcement powers independent of the council. Dahil while the council is doing their job, I mean, happy naman ako sa nakikita ko, kami walang role dyan, pero kami nakakaalam ng lahat ng loko-loko dyan eh. Kami yung may information on the ground eh, pero hindi kami makagalaw. So I think it would be a good addition to the enforcement agency, independent of the council, na mabigyan kami ng enforcement powers. Just to give you an example ho, na nung March 2023, nag-file kami ng case, may nahuli kaming onion smuggler. Nung November 17, 2023, nahuli namin, nakaposas. And I would like to report to everybody na the DA, tinuluyan namin yan. Hanggang ngayon, sir, nakakulong pa yung tao. Nasa Manila City Jail. Pero nagamit namin batas dito is yung old anti-smuggling law na non-bailable offense. Yan ang kaso nila ngayon. So, I mean,
because wala pa yung 2024.
Wala pa, Mr. Chair.
Yeah,
so, sana matulungan nyo kami. The last meeting naman, si Senator Amy said she will support us. Sana masuportahan din ninyo kami na maging enforcement din, yung magkaroon ng enforcement authority or powers ang aming DAIE. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ASEC Diaz Teston, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, it is true that the DA is not a member of the enforcement group. And in the very first organizational meeting of the AAES Council, there was a resolution that deputized the Department of Agriculture as a member of the council to assist the enforcement group in its operations. We implore all the members of our enforcement group, because we really rely on them on the issuance of the requests for LOA. And it is only then that in cases referred by the enforcement group to the council that we will be able to have jurisdiction over these cases. So we really need the help of PNP, the PCG, the NBI, and the DOF, as well as the DA, which was deputized by the council to assist it, to catch all of these smugglers.
But the deputization does not include a separate power of the...
It does not.
No. Now, question is, do you have an executive committee?
Yes, we do.
Who sits in the executive committee?
The executive committee members are the chairperson, in which case this is the designated permanent representative of the president, the SAPEA, the DOJ, as well as the members of the enforcement group.
May I suggest you include DA in the executive committee? I mean, because the DA is part of the council. He's not part of the enforcement group, but maybe that immediately that can be one stopgap step before before any legislation providing additional powers for because regardless of previous performances of previous administrations and the Department of Agriculture, I mean, this is an anti-economic agriculture economic sabotage law. So it just makes policy-wise na dapat kasama, at the minimum, kasama nga siya sa council. Kaya nga kinikilala na dapat nandyan siya. Isama nyo rin sa executive committee para, hindi ba? Agriculture products ito eh.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
I thought meron silang tinatawag na Inspectorate and Enforcement Group ang DA. Wala na yun ngayon?
Mr. Chair, meron kaming yun, but technically walang powers, basically monitoring, surveillance lang, and we report to the council on our findings. Actually, yung huli sa Paco, amin yun eh. And we thank, of course, the Coast Guard and the council, and kami nag-request ng LOA. But then yun na nga, if kami may enforcement power, we don't have to request, tirahin na namin yun. Ang nangyari doon, nag-request kami, police muna, then we tried to get warrants, hindi kami makakuha ng warrant. Then we had to request for LOA, which took time. Then kung nanguhuli tayo ng masasamang tao, we have to act fast eh. So yun lang naman na request ko. I mean, everyone's doing their job naman, and I'm happy to note that. But tingin ko mas maraming enforcement, mas maganda dahil imbis na 4 lang kausapin ng masamang tao, ngayon 6 kailangan niyang kausapin. Hindi ganun kadali yun. Mr. Chair, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Go ahead, ASEC Joy.
Thank you. We really appreciate the help of DA, and we implore them to continually help us. It doesn't preclude them from referring to us cases so that we can work together in order to catch all of these smugglers. Also, Mr. Chair, in your point for the Execom, as much as we would like the DA to be part of the member, the law is very clear that the Execom will be made up of these members that I have mentioned previously. And of course, if we...
So the law says it cannot be the DA, an executive committee.
The law, Mr. Chair, specifically enumerates the members of the executive committee of
Okay,
the
so
ACS.
then create a separate committee by the council for coordination purposes or what have you, because you're a lawyer, di ba? The corporation code provides that the board of directors can create a executive committee even without,
Okay, Mr. Chair. So, wala ba doon sa law na binabanggit mo na binibigyan ng powers ang DA na para sila ay gumawa ng sariling enforcement group na pwedeng dumiretsyong maghuli na? Kasi binanggit ni Secretary, ang dami nilang dadaan ng tao, magkakaroon na ng leak yun. Kung ganun katagal, kailangan agad-agad uma-action yung DA, pero wala sila ganun kapangyarihan. Can you give them that power without us passing legislation or amending that law?
well, kailangan ipasa yung batas. That's what they're saying.
Pero ngayon, wala bang pwede gumawa kayo ng polisiya lamang for the meantime habang titignan natin kung paano natin ma-amend yung batas o para maisingit na mabigyan sila ng powers na para mag-grade na without going through all this process na binanggit kanina ni Secretary ng DA? Just a policy.
That's exactly my question. If the law says executive committee, then you create a management committee, a separate one.
Yes.
You're empowered to create committee just to have a better coordination at the top. I mean, I'm looking at a interim process because it's ridiculous. If you ask me, I beg the indulgence of those who crafted this measure and made it. In fact, there is no discussion, I'm told, in the debates in the Senate as to why we are excluding the BOC and the DA in the enforcement group. But having said that, sige na, we will proceed. This is about agri-economic sabotage, and they're not in the enforcement group. So I'm trying to find
And then they're the experts,
precisely.
the DA. Ba't sila na-exclude sa enforcement?
Well, yun na nga, yun yung limitation ng batas. But now I'm looking for a policy wherein maybe a management committee can be created. I don't know. The power of the council to, plenary powers of the council can do that so that there's tighter coordination as we address what I believe to be anomalous. Na wala yung BOC, wala yung smuggling ang pinag-uusapan. Nandun ang DOF. Pero wala, di ba? Anyway, with the permission of Senator Tulfo, unless he has other questions, it's 10 o'clock and we would like to also be part of the discussions in the DBCC. But we will suspend the hearing until we schedule it. But
Okay, last na lang.
yes, go ahead. We will, with the permission of Senator Tulfo, we can have the DEV excuse as well as unless may tanong pa sa
May tanong
customs.
isa na lang. Na customs dito sa...
Okay, pero yung DEV pwede na.
Pwede.
You're free to proceed to the DBCC
Bakit?
hearing.
I know, babalik tayo, nasa law yun, di ba? Na kayo lang dyan. For all I know, baka kayo naglulukuhan. Sorry Pero, is it possible na mag-create kayo ng committee and then task force empowers the DA na magkaroon sila ng enforcement group na siya yung tutugis doon sa mga smuggling. Sabi niya, sa agriculture smuggling, yung nangyari recently, kita mo, umaksyon yung DA. Napanindigan nila, March March 2023, nahuli hanggang ngayon, November 2023, nasa kulungan pa rin. So, ibig sabihin, effective ang DA sa kanilang mga operations. So, having said that, hindi kayo nagtiwala pa rin sa kanila at ayaw niyong gumawa ng paraan, mag-usap-usap na para mabigyan sila ng kapangyarihan na gawin yung kanilang trabaho, which is to gising yung mga nagwawalang hiya sa ating mga farmers. Pwede yung pag-isipan yan?
Mr. Chair,
Sir, ma'am?
Mr. Chair, if I may,
And then isama niyo ng Bureau of Customs kasi pagdating sa panguhuli, expertise nila yon.
Mr. Chair, if I may, no.
Then,
Yung law kasi, Mr. Chair, specifies the bodies that will be formed under the Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage. First, there's the council, then there's the EXICOM, and then there's the enforcement group. And during our first meeting, we recognized the gaps na in this law, no. And we of course we also recognize the importance of DA when it comes to the enforcing this law. Particularly,
sa sabing enforcement group, pinagbabawal ba ng batas na isama yung DA?
Mr. Chair,
Na para pwede panghuli?
nag-specify po kasi nag-specify po ng members yung batas eh.
At hindi na mention ng DA?
Hindi po kasama ang DA doon.
You can actually also decide to give them
That
observer status and sit in regular
Mr.
meetings without
Mr.
vote,
Chair,
no?
actually during the first meeting, that was recognized already, the integral part of DA. Kasi pag binasa po natin yung batas, sila po ang nagde-determine nung DPI na tinatawag natin. Sa kanila po tayo nagre-rely kung kailan po magkakaroon ng abnormal situation. Given so we recognized it, Mr. Chair, and that's why the council, one of the first resolutions that was adopted by the council is for them to be able to assist na nga lang yung ating enforcement groups dahil nga it's almost impossible also for the enforcement group to make arrests without their presence. So, ni-recognize po natin yun, and yun po yung first na resolution actually na ginawa natin is to make them also part of the enforcement group by assisting nga lang po, sir. Hindi not necessarily by giving them the enforcement powers kasi wala po
Kasi
sa...
kung naka-file na sila ng kaso noong 2023 nung wala pa ito.
Yes.
Ngayon hindi na sila maka-file ng kaso. 'Di ba? Parang baliktad. 'Di ba dati nakaka-file sila ng kaso against economic sabotage tapos tinanggal sila. Baka hindi naman siguro sinadya dahil kayo pala ang nakapag-file ng kaso noong 2023 tanggalin na natin yung kapangyarihan ninyo. 'Di ba? Mabuti pa nga kayo nakapile eh. Yung iba hindi pa, 'di ba? Yung costo hindi. I mean, but so this was a non-bailable case, no? Could you submit that also to us so that we this is precisely one of the reasons why we feel, and as you have mentioned, no, na maybe we should amend the law and then bring back the DA's powers, no? Okay. Department of Finance, ma'am. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For the purpose that the national single window will be expedited, I would like to give you an update.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So, the negotiation for the NSW Integrated Trade Facilitation Platform Public-Private Partnership Project concluded on 31st October 2024. So the original proponent status was granted to the joint venture of Ascent Solutions Philippines Incorporated and JAMC Holdings Corporation on 29th November 2024. As of the latest update, the chairperson of the DICT Pre-Qualification Bids and Awards Committee deferred the release of the approved PPP contract pending revisions and approval of their head of agency. The ICT transmitted to the reviewing agencies its revised PPP contract last August 6, 2025, and its most recent revised version of the draft PPP contract. Comments were submitted by the Department of Finance last 22nd August 2005, and the ICT is the lead. So, assuming the ICT will finish by end of September 2025, there is a 30-day freeze period before awarding the contract. So, earliest is November 2025. That's the awarding. So it will then take 4 months to build and install the system, because we also want that this program will be expedited, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. So that will be first quarter next year, give or take a few months. Okay. Okay. Could you submit to us, a briefer on the developments and the background? Just put it in writing, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just some administrative matters before we suspend. We request the committee secretary to invite the resource persons as well as members of the board and officers of the following corporations, no? Or resource persons: Lilia Cruz, Eric Pabilona, Renato Francisco Jr., Leti Baculando, Mark Castro Ocampo, Philippine Vieva Group of Companies, Tianlong Corporation, Golden Shine International Freight Forwarders Corporation, Vegetable Importers, Exporters and Vendors Association of the Philippines, La Reina Fresh Vegetables, and Young Indoor Plants Incorporated, and Yom Trading Corporation. May we also request, this is included, Dina, no? Yeah, and the officers, president, and maybe the treasurer of Arvin International Marketing, Beatus Grain Emporium Corporation, Atara Marketing, Horizon Free Enterprise, Renzi International Marketing, Manos Day Resources Enterprise, and Panko Marketing Incorporated. Ang request din natin sa mga brokers na narito ngayon from the various companies, we would like to request that you submit to us yung mga ang presidente, ang treasurer, corporate secretary ng inyong mga kumpanya, unless we already have it, no? Okay, and let us invite them to the next hearing. All resource persons present are again requested to be in the next hearing. We will announce the date subject to the availability of the secretary or his representative. Unless there are other matters, Secretary Lina. Okay. We also direct the COMSEC to obtain from the SEC the official copies of the general information sheet, including disclosures of beneficial ownership of corporations that were subject of the testimonies of our resource persons today, involved allegedly in agriculture smuggling. There being no other matters for today's hearing, we thank the Bureau of Customs. We await developments with respect to the Subic cases involving 300 million, the Paco case involving also smuggled agriculture products, as well as the Talisay case. There being no other matters for today's hearing, this hearing is hereby suspended.